Well, good morning, everyone. We're going to get started. We know as realtors, we all live busy lives and your time is valuable. We've got quite an exciting program for you this morning and a lot of information to present to you. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to all those attending in Regina, here in Saskatoon, and those that are joining us online. My name is Stephen Bobyash, and I am a realtor here in Saskatoon area. And along with Dave Marcus from Regina, we are the co-chairs for the SRA Transition Committee. I'm bragging because I knew what the color of the logo would be, and I went to Costco and they had a deal. So I got these new reading glasses in the official SRA colors, 3 pair for $19.95 plus tax. It's a very good investment. For the past few years, we've been eating, sleeping, and breathing and other things related to amalgamation. You're probably sick of hearing about amalgamation, and probably the staff are too. In April of 2018, the three associations, the Association of Regina Realtors, the Saskatoon Region Association of Realtors, and the Association of Saskatchewan Realtors signed a memorandum of understanding to look into amalgamation options that would best serve our members. This became the Member Forward Initiative, and we had the benefit of the previous Building for the Future process from 2017. We didn't need a do-over, we needed a do better. We knew that we needed to do things differently to ensure we could present a clear and detailed path forward to a better organization that would add value to members' businesses and benefit realtors throughout their careers and throughout the province. In March of this year, you, the members, voted to amalgamate into a single association. Some of the reasons it worked this time around, we engaged external expertise from the consultants at MNP right from the start. We relied on expert legal advice from Miller Thompson LLP, and they both provided us with expertise in the process and a unique perspective that sometimes differed from that of the ideas that the staff and the volunteers had. Just like our clients, hire some experts to give you that specialized advice. We got out there, we talked to you, we listened to you, we tried to find out what really mattered to you, and we asked you and you told us what was important to you. We worked together to seek common ground. We kept you informed through email, social media, general meetings, brokerage meetings, talks over coffee, and other beverages as were needed. We provided you with a detailed business plan. When you went into the March 19th vote, you knew what the governance structure would look like, what your fees would be, and how much the amalgamation would cost, and so many more details that you'd been asking for. In the 8 months since our vote, we've been hard at work putting the plan into action, and today we're so thrilled to share with you the fruit of our efforts. But before we do that, I would just like to acknowledge the people behind the success of this project, the Transition Committee, which includes Lane Boheen from Regina, Elisa Skalicki from Saskatoon, who served on the committee up to the vote. And then following that, Gary Bush came on to replace Elisa from Saskatoon, Lynn Chipley from Estevan, Harpreet Christie from Lloydminster, Tim Otitaju from Regina, Jason Cassette from Regina, Rich Janot from Saskatoon. Took you a few years, Rich, but you're here to see we got her done. Teresa Manny from Swift Current, Rochelle Rogers from Melfort, Sherry Willock from Saskatoon, and of course, Dave Marcus from Regina and myself. Thank you for the numerous volunteer hours you have contributed to this initiative. I'm now going to turn things over to Dave Marcus in Regina.
Oh, thanks very much, Stephen. I appreciate you not taking all the time, too. Good job. I'm Dave Marcus. I'm currently the president of the ARR and co-chair of the SRA Transition Committee. On January 1st, 2020, just 4 weeks away, we will all be one, Saskatchewan. And while the Saskatchewan Realtors Association will be a new entity, it's important to remember that the SRA is the coming together of not only three associations, but the products of many amalgamations from communities across our province. Here in Saskatchewan, we have a history of smaller groups working together to do what's best for realtors so they can provide the best service to their clients. The relationships built and tools put in place over the years are some of the reasons why amalgamation was even an option. At one time, organized real estate looked very different in our province, with 12 real estate associations. We had Estevan, Moose Jaw, Swift Current, Yorkton, Weyburn, Lloydminster, Prince Albert, Melfort, Saskatoon, Battlefords, Regina, and Saskatchewan. So quite a lot. Today, we're celebrating what years of collaboration and hard work can achieve, a single realtor association in Saskatchewan. We recognize that Lloydminster still remains an independent association due to their location in both Saskatchewan and Alberta, but will be supported by SRA in the same way that they've been supported by the ASR. Realtors across Saskatchewan have come together to realize a shared vision, and in less than a month, all the hard work and determination will pay off when we become members of the Saskatchewan Realtors Association. For making the decision to move forward with the amalgamation and embrace the future. Here in Saskatchewan, we have a reputation for being tough, progressive, and hardworking, and this only reinforces these opinions. Amalgamation is a hot topic in real estate these days, and the whole country is watching us right now. Now's our chance to show them what Saskatchewan is made of. Today, we're going to talk about some exciting new features, products, and services that you'll experience as SRA members and celebrate the success of this long journey. But first, we'd like to share with you a video of what the SRA is all about.
In Saskatchewan, we have a long history of real estate here, and back in 1912 is when we started Real Estate Association in Regina.
And Saskatchewan people have a pretty good history of working together to get things done. And we have seen that happen in our industry for many years, whether it was the 1950s, 60s, 70s, or 80s. Saskatchewan realtors embrace technology. They're always thinking of how they can provide better service to their customers.
And it's very important that you keep up with the changes, that you move along with the times, that you adapt, that you evolve, and that you become better than you were yesterday.
So currently in the province, we have 3 member associations that exist today. We have the Association of Regina Realtors, we have the Association of Saskatchewan Realtors, and we have the Saskatoon Region Association of Realtors. So starting in January 1st of 2020, our association will be known as the Saskatchewan Realtors Association, made up of over 1,500 members in this province.
I am really excited about the amalgamation. I've been wanting this amalgamation for probably 20 years. Because I'm from a rural part of the province, it's never really felt totally like home because we're Saskatchewan Realtors. We're not Regina Realtors. And so I'm really excited that we're all going to be under one banner.
A single association will have better cost efficiencies for our member, will be a single, stronger voice for our members, but not losing that regional representation that's so important to our members throughout the province.
And we're going to be better suited to address all of those from a membership service side, from technology. All of those areas will be better addressed when we are more financially stable and efficient in the way we deal with things.
And it equips us to be better able to serve our members and to respond to the needs that are important to them and things that are happening externally.
Hi, my name is Chris Molinar, and I'm a local sales trainer here in Saskatoon for the new Real Estate Association. An agent that's been in the market a long time is no different than a listing that's been on the market a long time. If you don't make adjustments and changes to stay fresh, you're going to get stale and fall behind.
I have been in the industry since 1981, and most of my career has been spent in education and legislation, so I've always wanted to keep up. Things have changed in that time, so the job we do is still the same, but our tools have changed.
So because of the tools and technology that we have access to now, that's a big part of the reason why the amalgamation is taking place.
When it comes to the products and services that members touch every day, like lockboxes, forms, MLS, the amalgamation gives us the ability to truly work as a single, unified membership. We can build the guidelines and processes that apply to all the members in the province, which is extremely beneficial.
Be involved with initiatives and decisions that affect the community, because we know that community is at the core of our business, and we know that a healthy community is a successful community. Saskatchewan Realtors Care will act like an umbrella to cover all the diverse community initiatives and association support. There really is strength in numbers. We can make a difference individually, but when we come together for a common goal, In this case, community support, the possibilities are absolutely endless.
Real estate has always been an economic marker through communities right across Canada. If the real estate industry suffers, then so do so many other industries.
I think it's about having consistency across the province, and that not only are we able to advocate in the major centers, that we're able to help in the smaller centers as well, because we've got the power across the province instead of maybe 1 year things are concentrated in one area and then it's shifting. We're able to do it all at once.
And the amalgamation will make us a stronger organization that's better prepared to serve the needs of our membership and deal with industry changes in the future. We're going to be able to offer our members more services, more education opportunities, better access to new technology, and yet we'll be more financially efficient in doing that.
Saskatchewan has long sort of punched above their weight, and we continue to have a reputation for being groundbreaking.
How can we build on the things that are working well, and how can we do better for the members and do better for industry?
So we just have a lot of great things to look forward to in 2020 with this new organization, and the amalgamation is nothing but great for us.
So buffering, am I good? Good to go? Okay, perfect. All right, welcome everyone. We're excited to finally share the new SRA brand with you today. The logo is up there. What do you guys think? Thumbs up, thumbs down? Thank you. It may surprise you to know that a lot of details went into selecting the logo for the new organization. This is part of our identity, and we want to make sure we got it right. That's why the transition committee put together a communications subcommittee to oversee some of the major projects we've been working on over the past 6 months. For those that don't know me, my name is Timothy Torju, and in addition to being part of the SRA Transition Committee, I'm also the chair of the Communications Subcommittee. Along with keeping members informed about the progress being made in the transition to SRA, we also felt it was important to engage you on some of the decisions, especially those associated with the identity of the new organization. This is your association, and we want to ensure you're proud of the final product. That is why we chose to make you a part of the logo selection. After seeking quotes and work samples from a variety of designers and agencies through the province, we selected National Brand to create both the brand and visual identities of SRA. The committee and staff worked back and forth with National Brand until we came up with what we felt was a product that we are happy to share with you members. We invited you to vote on the black and white version of the logos, and we had a great response. Interestingly, the members voted in the same way that the communications subcommittee were voting as well. So we felt we were actually on track after we got the votes from you guys. With 2-to-1 preference, the house version was the logo of choice. Unfortunately, selecting the color was not simple. The subcommittee came up to 2 options, and we were stuck in a dead heat. So we took it to the transition committee, who also was stuck in a dead heat. After much discussion, we decided everyone liked both options, so we left it to fate. We flipped a coin, and it was the blue. So let's give you a little bit of a background on the logo. The R and the A come together, symbolizing unity between realtors and association. The stylized A reflects a highly identifiable icon in real estate, which is a roof peak. The peak of the A represents upward arrow, representing the goals and values of our association. Finally, we can see all the house in the A. Can you see it? But if you look at the white space inside the A, you can envision a grain bin or elevator, symbolizing our egg background, representing agriculture and farm real estate. The initial version of the A wasn't broken down into sections. However, it is important to us that our logo reflects not only residential and farm real estate, but also commercial real estate. So if you look inside the internal blueprint, you see kind of a blueprint of an office space representing our commercial real estate. I've been told the R also looks like the logo of Saskatchewan a little bit there if you look inside the R on the bottom. But I'm going to pass this over to Renee in Saskatoon, who did an exceptional job working through the logo selection and the communications for the transition committee. Go ahead, Renee.
Thanks, Tim. I'm Renee Green. I'm currently the marketing and communications manager for the Association of Saskatchewan Realtors, and as well as ARR and SRA, and I will be doing the same in the SRA. In addition to the branding and logo, one of the most important components of our initial communication plan was determining our positioning statement. So this is basically how we present ourselves through the various marketing initiatives and communications, and national brand, they helped us develop it as follows. So for realtors, the public, media, and government, SRA is the industry expert on the operations, representation, and advocacy for real estate in Saskatchewan. What sets the SRA apart is their unique role as the sole authority in Saskatchewan real estate, with an expert-led service commitment to the success of members through the provision of technologically advanced tools, comprehensive education, ethical regulation, and professional, forward-thinking advocacy. The SRA works to ensure the success of realtors by portraying them as essential, positive, and valuable contributors to our communities and the real estate industry. So put in the simplest terms, this is what the SRA is, and that's what we do. In the next month or so, you're going to see a transformation into everything SRA. So everything is refreshed. You've seen our logo now. We're working on new signage, new marketing material, and we're working really hard to make things simpler for our members. Our new members-only website will provide you with access to all the information you need in one spot. And our website will be used as a tool to promote you, Saskatchewan realtors, and highlight what makes you stand out from the crowd. It'll focus on realtor value, your knowledge and expertise, access to the best tools, and a community that supports one another. The SRA brand is so important because it distinguishes realtors from non-realtor registrants and FSBOs. We truly believe that our members are the best in the industry, and we take pride in representing you, people with high standards, professionalism, and generosity. We hope you feel the same and embrace this opportunity to really shout out our positive attributes of our members. In your member package, on the table for those in Saskatoon, Regina, and coming soon to your brokerage for those of you who weren't able to attend and are tuning in online, we've included a few tokens that will allow you to display your member pride. There are a couple of proud member stickers. You can display those on your window, in your car, anywhere you want. A pin and a few items just for fun. We'll also have a digital SRA badge, and we'll invite you to share that on your website. That'll be coming out later in some of our further communications that you'll probably be receiving lots of in the next few weeks. For those of you in Saskatoon and Regina, if you haven't already, we invite you to take a photo with the proud SRA member banner and share it on your social media page with the hashtag, you guessed it, proud SRA member. And for those watching online, check out the links in the email sent this morning for proud SRA member printout and share it on social media. We'll have prizes for some of the lucky participants coming January. In January, we will transition all of our social media accounts to Sask Realtors. For the most part, that's what the ASR has now. So if you've been following us already, you don't need to do anything. We'll invite you to those accounts when the time comes. We'll have accounts on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube channels. And we plan to continue the Facebook group called SRA Members. That started during the member forward process. So if you haven't joined yet, please check it out. It's a great place for internal dialogue and reminders of important events. By moving from 1 to 3 or from 3 to 1 organizations, we're going to have time to better focus our communications on the things that matter most and that add the most value to you. It's very exciting to be part of the Saskatchewan real estate and really exciting to be staff here at the association. So I look forward to working with you all in 2020 and beyond. And for more on the association, I'm going to hand it off to Jason Yoakum, our inaugural CEO of the SRA.
Do I have to buffer as well? Are we good? Oh, we're good. Okay.
Good morning, everybody. This is a very exciting time in Saskatchewan and in our real estate industry, and I'm absolutely thrilled to lead you through this next chapter of organized real estate in Saskatchewan. The Transition Committee will be winding up this month. It has been a long and sometimes difficult, but overwhelmingly rewarding journey. In this next month, we will ensure nothing slips through the cracks as we reach out to our transition date of January 1st of 2020. We'll continue to keep things on track, and I'm happy to report on time and on budget as well. We'll also share our success despite a few hiccups along the way. We haven't encountered any obstacles that we haven't yet been able to overcome in this process. When I became the CEO of the Saskatchewan Realtors Association back in October, and it seems like a year, there were a few things that stood out to me in that transition. The first thing, that I was leading an organization that didn't yet exist. I had no staff. I had no board of directors. Still have no staff, no board of directors, no members, and ultimately no money. Unfortunately, that didn't seem to lighten any of the workload that I had going forward. In all seriousness, there were 3 areas that couldn't be rushed because I felt they had to be done right. First of all, the governance model, which Jason Cassette and Sherry Willick will be talking about shortly. Secondly, the organizational and staff structure. And thirdly, the budget for the organization. These are 3 areas that will determine the success we're able to achieve as a new organization going forward. The board of directors, made up of realtor members from throughout this province, leads the vision and direction for the organization. It's essential that they have the training, tools, and structure they need to be successful so that the SRA can also be successful. The organizational structure should match the strategy and not the other way around. And the org chart was developed as a result of the strategic direction of the SRA, which it was to follow in the future. Our role as a member association is to ensure that we are fulfilling the needs of our members and helping them to succeed. What products and service we will provide them, the most value to their business, and how we can utilize the resources we have in the most effective way, and how we can maintain and even improve upon the levels of service, innovation, and opportunity that we provide our members currently. Lastly, the budget has to reflect what was promised to you in the business case that we presented to you earlier this year. Therefore, I spent the past couple months working with the human resources consultant and determined the 3 key areas of focus: education and membership services, accounting and finance, administration and the day-to-day operations of the association, marketing and communications, information systems and technology. These areas drove the organizational chart. By developing the structure this way, I had to make some very difficult decisions, as most of you are aware. At the end of the day, what drove the choices I made was the need to focus on members' needs and how the association could best serve our members. And it simply didn't make sense to maintain 3 senior staff positions when some of those resources could be directed to supporting our members in their businesses day to day. Rob Rayner, the Operations and Member Services Manager at the ARR, and Trevor Schmidt, longtime Chief Operating Officer and more recently interim CEO of SRA, have both been integral in bringing our associations to where we are today with the amalgamation. Their collaboration over the years, along with their dedication to the amalgamation, played a major role in getting us to where we are today, preparing to launch the Saskatchewan Realtors Association. We hope nothing but the best for Rob and Trevor, and I can't stress enough that this was simply a result of the reorganization and not a performance issue in any way. And I know that they will both go forth and do great things in our industry with the talent and the expertise that they bring. We've provided you with a copy of the org chart and the staff contact list to indicate who will be working with you in the future in key areas of the services we provide. Hopefully this will help you with who to contact if you have any questions going forward. We have a great team here, both in Regina and Saskatoon, and I've been happy to get to know the staff at each one of these 3 associations that are amalgamating. They have been working
in overdrive, getting all the final details in place so that on January 1st, the SRA can be fully operational. Some areas where work continues and improvements are being made will be discussed throughout the day. Marketing and communications, education, the MLS system, everything is coming together, and we invite you to get in touch with us if you have any questions or concerns. If you need further information on specific topics, please reach out to any one of our members on the team or myself personally. With regards to technology, there's a couple areas I wanted to touch upon for you today. Technology changes are taking place behind the scenes at a rapid pace. Our goal is for you to see as little of that change with the most amount of benefit possible to you as a member. While there will be new systems in place that may take a bit of time to get used to, we are confident that all the technology we're implementing will, number one, simplify the things for staff and members, will allow for future growth and innovation for our industry, and provide opportunities to make coming together as a single provincial association more effective. Our core products and services will continue to focus on the tools that you use every day, and my staff know that I've instructed them over and over again. These three areas we have to make sure we do well. Number one, Matrix, Super Lockboxes, number two, and thirdly, web forms. As you know, CREA has launched a new product, and we believe it's a better product with features that will simplify your work and reduce the opportunity for errors. If you haven't switched over to Web Forms 2019, we urge you to do so now, because as of January 1st, 2020, the legacy version will no longer be available. So the keys to our success. An amalgamation, as you can imagine, is a huge undertaking. We couldn't do it without the participation of everyone involved. I would like to thank the staff and many volunteers for taking on the extra workload that comes along with a project of this magnitude. I'd like to thank the Transition Committee, the boards of the three associations for their support, and most importantly, all of you, our members from all three associations, for your trust in the process. We take that trust very seriously, and we look forward to launching an association that provides you with the value that you deserve. Make no mistake, the industry is watching us across Canada, into the United States even. You have made a courageous decision that will have positive implications for everyone involved long into the future. Here in Saskatchewan, we are small, but we are mighty. We're known as leaders in innovation, technology, and adaptability. We have so many opportunities as we launch the Saskatchewan Realtors Association, and I look forward to getting to know our members all through the province, working with you and together creating the best association in Canada. I'll turn it now over to Sherry Willick, and she'll chat with you about governance.
Hi, everyone. I'm Sherry Willick, a realtor here in Saskatoon. I've had the privilege of being part of the amalgamation process since the agreement was signed back in April of 2018. I'm one of the 5 members of the SRA Transition Committee that will be moving forward on the Board of Directors, and I can't wait to find out who will be joining us in just a few moments. As Jason mentioned, establishing a strong governance model will help ensure strong leadership for an organization. With that in mind, a significant amount of time was committed to a couple of significant areas of governance. The first was establishing a board composition that would best represent the members. You've seen this in the Member Forward Business Plan. However, I'll remind you all what it looks like. The SRA board will be comprised of 12 directors from 3 different regions: Saskatoon, Regina, and all locations outside of these 2 cities, which for simplicity we refer to as Saskatchewan. In addition, there will be at least 3 broker members represented on the board and at least 3 salesperson members. This ensures that all members are represented. Once the vote was passed, the Transition Committee created a governance subcommittee to determine a governance model and establish board policies. We consulted with the governance coach, experts in this area, and determined that policy governance model, often referred to as the Carver model, was the most appropriate model to lead the SRA. Under the Carver model, the Board of Directors provides strategic leadership by determining the vision, mission, and direction for the organization, but doesn't spend time performing operational duties. The CEO reports to the board with the main role of establishing the goals and carrying out operations required to fulfill the strategic plan. The governance coach has been contracted to continue training and support for our directors and CEO, starting with sessions next week. I'll hand it over to Jason Cassette, our governance subcommittee chair, to talk about the election process and announce the results of the first SRA Board of Directors election.
Good to go. Thank you, Sherry. Hello, everybody in Saskatchewan. This is an honor, so thank you. As many of you know, I have been involved with the single association task forces here in Regina for several years now, I think dating back to 2014. I'm pleased to see the amount of detail and consideration that has gone into the important issues like governance, board governance. As a member organization, it is essential that members provide input into leadership of our association and feel represented by those on our board of directors. The Member Forward business plan provided an opportunity for up to 6 task force members who were intimately familiar with the details of the amalgamation to serve a 1-year term on the 2020 SRA Board of Directors. 5 of our transition committee members, 5 of our transition committee members stepped up for that role, and they will be able to provide background information on the process to any newcomers on the board. Following this inaugural year, directors will be elected up to 2-year terms that will be staggered in such a way that up to 2 positions from each region will come open in any given year, depending on who the board elects as vice chair, who in the following year obviously will become the chair. With the start of the new organization, we could never be sure of the level of interest in the director positions. This year we had tighter timelines than you can expect in the future. And the governance subcommittee took on the role of the nominations committee as well. And we had a fantastic response from members across the province. We'd like to thank everyone who put their name forward. And for those that were not added to the slate or elected this year, we hope to see your name submitted again in the future years. Now for the exciting part, I am pleased to announce your 2020 Saskatchewan Realtors Association Board of Directors. First, 5 1-year terms from this transition committee will be filled by the following. In the Saskatchewan region, Lynn Chipley and Rochelle Rogers. In the Regina region, we have Dave Marcus and Tim Otidichu. In the Saskatoon region, Sherry Willick, and just voted in by the Saskatoon region members, Norm Fisher. Should I make them wait a minute longer? No, that's mean. The 6 2-year terms will be filled by the following, as voted by you. The Saskatchewan region has elected Avril Reeferscheid and Warren Vandenmeal. In Regina, Lane Boheen and Sarah McKinley. And finally, in the Saskatoon region, they've chosen Jordan Berry and Jeff Stewart. Congratulations to all of you. The SRA will certainly be in good hands going forward. These fine realtors will be appointed to the board effective January 1, 2020, and will be ratified by the members at the SRA annual general meeting, which has been scheduled for March 4th, 2020. Mark your calendars, and please feel free to reach out to any of your new directors. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Carly Long. Many of you in Regina and area already know me, and I'm looking forward to working with all Saskatchewan members as the MLS supervisor for the SRA. One of the most exciting things to affect the MLS system with this amalgamation is the opportunity to have a standardized set of rules and policies for everyone in the province. The MLS rules were aligned using existing practices from the ARR and from SRA So at the end of the day, we have a set of rules that we are confident best address our members' needs. Because these rules have already gone into effect, many of you will be familiar with them, but I would like to take a moment to highlight some of the more significant changes. For legacy ARR members, we have removed the minimum listing period. Members will no longer be required to secure an MLS system listing contract for a minimum of 60 days. The new rule directs members to secure an authorized listing contract for a reasonable period of time with a maximum of 364 days. Legacy SRA members should take note of the defined maximum, as this will affect the length allotted during leap years, which we see in 2020. Another notable change for legacy ARR members is the elimination of administrative penalties. Effective January 1, 2020, members will no longer be subject to fines equivalent to the listing fee for data, contract, or member load errors. The SRA will continue to ensure data standards are maintained, and so robust monitoring and compliance of MLS system listings will continue. Listings with data, contract, or member load errors will be flagged and not pushed to public portals such as realtor.ca until the listing data or paperwork has been corrected. The SRA staff will have the discretion to remove listings from member view until identified errors are corrected. For legacy SRA members, a new error document will replace the existing email message when errors are found during the auditing process. Listings can only be reactivated by association staff, so it is imperative that all corrections are sent into the association office and not member loaded. The MLS rules no longer require members to report conditional sales. Reporting of sales with conditions will be at the discretion of the member with direction from their seller. Firm sales will still be subject to mandatory reporting. New for all members, our listings being sold by auction may be published to the association's MLS system, provided that it is made clear in the remarks that this is an auction sale, and at minimum, the reserve price is advertised as the listing price. A property can no longer be listed as both farm and acreage at the same time. You will be required to select one option or the other. This stems from the rationale that a farm has an income-generating component and therefore is not considered residential property, while an acreage does not generate revenue. It will be up to you how you choose to advertise these properties. The following forms have been added to require documentation to be submitted where applicable with listing documents. A Schedule A form will need to be submitted where there are exclusions to the contract. The power of attorney estate form will need to be submitted whenever one exists within the transaction. And the agent for seller form will be required only when the seller wishes to remain undisclosed. And finally, a significant change for legacy ARR members. On July 1st, 2020, the SRA will move to 100% member load for MLS system listings. ARR members not currently set up to load listings on the Matrix system database will be provided with adequate training to prepare them for these changes. The transition to member load has been driven by changes to technology that allow for better processes, such as the upload listing button that is currently enabled in Web Forms 2019. Members who have member load access can send a listing to Matrix right from their data input form. Changes like this will quicken listing time to market, reduce the number of potential data entry errors, and allow members to work on their own schedule rather than the association's. The SRA will still maintain a robust regime of data monitoring and compliance to ensure a high degree of quality in the MLS system database as ARR and SWAR have now. Thank you for your time today, and I look forward to working closely with all of you in 2020.
Well, for those that don't know me, my name is Sean Cummings. I'm your Director of Membership and Education for the new association. This is a really exciting time. I know I'm very calm right now, but I'm bouncing off the walls inside. We've been given an opportunity to reach out to members and find out what kind of learning opportunities matter to them. To that end, the SRA will be conducting a comprehensive education needs assessment during 2020, as this is going to give us an idea of what education is going to look like over the long term, over the next 5 or more years. We're going to be talking with you to identify how best to create educational offerings that meet the needs of an industry that is really experiencing transformational change. So you're probably wondering, what's it going to look like as we move forward? Well, here's some good news. The SRA has a unique opportunity to develop an educational arm that provides innovative learning opportunities for members across a variety of different mediums. The focus, member-driven education, in many cases taught by members to members. The goal, balancing compliance education with the growing need for members to show their value as professionals in every aspect of their business. Because Saskatchewan has a huge rural footprint, the SRA is mindful that we need to develop educational experiences for rural members that meet their unique needs. The good news is that we've already been delivering distance education and live streaming of events, but there's way more to do. So different learning styles, different teaching methods. As we move forward, the SRA will need to adapt its programming and the methods of instruction to support different learning styles of agents in the province. Some of our members possess a high degree of motivation combined with strong technical skill set, might wish to pursue self-directed learning. Other members might feel comfortable with individualized training plans and one-on-one appointments with an SRA instructor. Still, other members might prefer classroom learning over live streaming or lecture capture. The new association will have its hands full in balancing the different learning styles, and it's also important to remember the demographics. A lot of younger members tend to be very adept at self-directed learning. Older members might need more help with hands-on work. At the end of the day, every effort will be made to accommodate the various learning styles where feasible. Programming will be grounded in adult learning principles. Educational offerings will be anchored by core competencies, and content will be developed with a focus on education standards. It must be timely, interesting, and most important, it must answer the following question: how can our members, how can you all become more successful? A new direction, that's really what we're talking about, education that helps you grow your business. Historically, the delivery of education to members at the local level has focused primarily on MLS and technological offerings. At the provincial level, it's been licensing and CPD. As we move forward, the SRA is in an enviable position. Licensing and CPD are now through the Sauder School of Business, which frees up the association to focus on programming, which can be more in tune with your actual day-to-day business needs. CREA, to its credit, has invested heavily in technology to support learning by members, most recently with the development of CREA's Learning Hub and making access to the learning management system available to all local associations. SRA Education will be spending the bulk of 2020 developing the online learning hub for Saskatchewan members, and we'll probably be launching about this time next year. And getting it right, core competencies. The SRA has adopted a core competency model that was developed by the Saskatoon Region Association of Realtors, and it's used as a roadmap for professional development. Each competency is aligned with specific themes, those essential to all realtors, those essential to requirements of realtors' specialized areas of practice, and those required for meeting continuous learning needs and ensuring realtor peak performance. All educational programming will be developed to correspond to that model. The intent is to have educational offerings that are specifically designed to fit within the framework. So really, relationship building, communication, operating a business, marketing and branding, understanding your client's business needs, becoming a better technical specialist, financial matters, contract law and documents, adapting to change, continuous learning, emotional and social intelligence, self-motivation or self-awareness and motivation. There are several different kinds of educational program that can be developed under this model. And as we are creating a provincial education department from scratch, it's going to take some time to build quality programs and courses. So thank you for your patience as we develop programming that's going to help you grow your business and become more successful. I'm going to hand it over to Justice in Regina to take over now.
Right on. Thanks, Sean. Thank you. My name's Justice Eilers, and I'm pleased to officially introduce myself as the Saskatchewan Realtors Association Education Coordinator South. And in this role, I'm joined by my colleague, Wendy Lemoviel from Saskatoon, who will be your North Education Coordinator. And we're all very excited to begin working with you to help find success in your business through a wide variety of member-driven educational offerings. And you guys are probably wondering what those are. So this is what we got in development, guys. In short, we're going to continue with training like Matrix, Trendly, HPI, and member load training. So we'll continue to offer classroom, online, and appointment-based training for those core platforms that we do. We're excited to continue offering our Train Like a Pro course. So it's SRA's Train the Trainer course, and we're expected to deliver one course in Regina and one in Saskatoon during 2020 with distance learning options for those who are outside of our primary areas. And honestly, this is a great course for anyone who's interested in how to develop learning opportunities or maybe you're a broker or you're someone who wants to start bringing education to your office. So this is a course for people who want to train in education. I've taken it and I loved it. So I look forward to seeing some of you folks in there next year. We're going to be doing some work with marketing and lead generation success strategies for realtors. This is a 3-hour seminar, and it's going to be delivered in Saskatoon, Regina, and online. And the focus is to teach members how to market their brand, how to track their leads, and most importantly, understanding how social media marketing works. So we're really excited to bring that one. Launch Your Future. It's SRA's new membership course. This program will be delivered 4 times in Regina and 4 times in Saskatoon, with the capacity for distance learning. Day 1 focuses on residential real estate, day 2 on commercial, day 3 on farm and rural. Day 4 is exciting. It's a technological training day, and on 5, the basics of sales success will be taught to our new members. We look forward to introducing lunchtime learning opportunities. So SRA will deliver 1 lunchtime learning session each month, both in Regina and Saskatoon, and both have the capacity to be live streamed to the entire province. So just because you're in Swift Current, Estevan, Yorkton, we don't want you to miss out on this stuff. So we will have links available, and we've really worked hard to make sure that tech's going to be really reliable when we go to do that stuff. This program invites guest speakers on a range of topics, from how to boost a Facebook ad to furnaces, water heaters, all that kind of stuff. So we're looking forward to bring a wide variety of content there. We are going to be holding regional education days for our rural members. So we'll be planning day-long events in various rural locations in 2020. So members can expect to receive product and service training as well as business success training at these events. But really want to make sure that you know we are going to come see you as well. So it's not always an online opportunity. There will be in-person opportunities for our rural members as well. You can look forward to these courses we're currently developing. We have Boost Your Business, which is a weekly sales fundamental for agents and really for anyone who's at any point in their career. So we're working on fleshing that out some more. Agent Q&As. This program will feature some volunteer mentors in residential, farm, rural, and commercial real estate. It envisions a 1 to 2 hour session each month where members ask how-to questions of experienced members. So that can be anything from home measurements to CMAs and more. So if you're interested in maybe getting to a mentorship role as well, please reach out to us, because we are looking to connect with those individuals who have some experience to share as well. We're going to be developing a forms course. So the SRA will be assembling teams of subject matter experts so that we can craft a course to teach agents at every level the meaning, the use, and the purpose of each form. So we want to create a standard operating procedure manual that highlights each form, and that way there's no confusion. Everyone's using them consistently. So we're looking forward to that as well. We will be introducing new member broker training. So just like with forms, just like our new sales agents, there's going to be a course to kind of help brokers who are new to the industry, new to membership with us, get a leg up and make sure they're leveraging all of our services, stuff like that. And we're going to further enhance our Launch Your Success course. So the SRA team will assemble subject matter experts to improve upon the existing new member course. So we want to reach out to that too. So do pay attention to emails, communications, because we're going to be looking for those experts right away. So that's a lot of talking, which means that we've got a lot of work ahead of us, and we're really, really excited and we're motivated and we're committed to developing the best slate of realtor education in Canada. And we really are. So please get involved. We're going to be reaching out for subject matter experts, focus group members, more instructors, mentors, all that kind of stuff. So we want to hear from you. If you have a seminar you might want to pitch, an interesting idea for a new program, really please reach out. We want education to reflect our membership. So we are all ears. We want to hear from you guys on that. I want to thank all members for joining us today. And for those who are here online, those in Saskatoon, thank you so much. We are committed to helping you get better at your business and what you do. And we're going to find the tools to help you do that. So thank you so much, guys.
Well, good morning, everyone. I welcome people that are online as well as our members up in Saskatoon. And hard to believe in 4 weeks we're going to be one provincial association. It's been an interesting ride for all of us, so really looking forward to it. My name's, for those who don't know you, or know me rather, my name's Lane Bogeen, and I've had the honor and the privilege of serving on the SRA Transition Committee and also on the Member Forward Task Force before that for the past year or so. So it's certainly great to see everything coming together. I've also chaired the SRA Legacy Subcommittee, which was put together because we wanted to make sure that going into amalgamation, none of the events and programs of the existing associations were lost in the transition to SRA. Our subcommittee worked with staff at each of the associations to develop an exhaustive list of events, programs, sponsorships, partnerships, and basically any other commitments each of the ASR, ARR, and SRRA had supported. Then we reached out to the members to make sure that nothing was missed and to gauge the interest in and importance of each of the items on our list. So what we learned was that our members are passionate about the work that we're doing in our communities and in our associations. So today, myself and Rochelle in Saskatoon are going to go through a summary of the events that you can expect to see going forward in the SRA. These are the events and programs that we felt were too important to give up. And in some cases, we're going to step them up from what already exists and make some further improvements. So something very important I'll cover first is government relations. So government relations is a core part of the association's business, and it's always going on behind the scenes. And because sometimes change can take so long, sometimes even years, even decades, it's not always a top of mind with our members. So, but we felt it was essential to maintain and even expand our GR initiatives. It's important that we not only share information with members, but that we maintain the strong relationship we've developed with decision makers at all levels of government. This helps us remain in conversation when issues involve real estate arise. And we will continue to host events like GR Days, where realtors and staff have the opportunity to meet with MLAs and other industry leaders to share our issues and propose changes. And I just want to put it out to the group. If you haven't had a chance to attend GR Days, I really recommend you do. We had a decent turnout this year, but we'd certainly like to see more people. Somebody made the comment today or last GR Days here in October that, you know, it's not a kind of a sexy issue, but if you attend, you'll learn something. And so anyway, I encourage you to attend. It's always the end of October, so we'll keep you posted. Something else we're going to be doing is fall forecast events where we invite leaders of our communities and the industries to share their insights on the market and the economy. As well, we're going to continue leadership meetings with municipal policymakers and also continue to host the federal and provincial election debates. So I'm going to pass it on to Rochelle, and she'll take you through the other areas that we're going to be continuing with. Rochelle?
Thanks, Lane. Hi, everyone. For those that don't know me, yes, I am Rochelle Rogers from Melfort, and I'm excited to have served on the Transition Committee and now to be continuing on as a director of the new SRA board. Industry relations, and specifically our Western connections, are an important part of keeping up to date with what's going on and what's coming down the pipeline and how we work together to make things better. We'll continue to participate in annual Western Provinces meeting with the presidents and CEOs of the real estate associations from BC, Alberta, and Manitoba. And despite rumors at last year's event, we have signed on for our Banff Western Connection in 2021. That's the real estate conference that we put on with our Western counterparts every other year, and we hope to continue long into the future. One of the things I love about being an association member is being part of the realtor community. The associations have helped establish those relationships through the events they host, both social events and professional events, and we'll continue these in the SRA. Each association also provides opportunities to recognize and acknowledge outstanding achievements of members through various awards and years of service. You may see some changes to the way our events and programs are organized, but member contributions won't go unnoticed. As realtors, community is part of our business identity. It's where we live, work, and play, and it's where we donate and volunteer our time. It's clear from the contributions we're making at the local and provincial levels, as well within our own brokerages, our teams, and individually, that realtors are giving back to their communities. That doesn't end with the amalgamation. In fact, by coming together under a single Saskatchewan Realtors Association care umbrella, we'll be able to do great work together. The SRA will continue to support initiatives like the Salvation Army Christmas Kettle campaign, the Secret Santa program, the Quality of Life program, and support for the local food banks and other charitable organizations. In addition, we'll expand our university scholarship program and continue to seek new ways to contribute to our communities. At the end of the day, the message we want to get through is that the programs that are important to you today will still be here come January. And there's always room for new and exciting opportunities. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you everyone that was in attendance and also participating by our live feed across the province. It's a very exciting day. And I think today gives you some kind of an insight into the things that we're working on as a team. We've got ambitious goals, but I want you to also know that we're always welcoming input from you folks and are looking for ideas and innovation. And I'm the type of person that I don't like status quo. So if there's a better way, a more innovative way, a more creative way to do things to help you do your business better, talk to me, talk to the staff, get that information to us, and we'll definitely look at it. And if it's feasible, if it makes sense, if it's doable, and financially we can do it, we'll do it. So it's all about what you, the members, need going forward to develop your business. So I greatly look forward to working with each and every one of you in the coming years. I'm the type of person, I want to get out in front of people. I want to get out into the province, not just in our major centers, but the other cities of the province and smaller communities. And I've said this before, as we work through this transition process, you build trust by spending time with people. There's a lot of you that may not know me in this room, those that are listening and watching by the live feed. I want to get to know all of you individually so that you can understand how I think, how I run the association, and what our vision and goals are for you all. So I'll be spending time in the next few weeks and months getting out into the province, into the communities, into the little areas of the province, small towns, cities, just to spend some time with you folks. So I welcome your input, welcome the things that you'd like to say. So I think we're at that point of the agenda where I'm standing between you and lunch if you're in Saskatoon and Regina, so I won't belabor comments any longer. I want to thank everybody for joining us, and check with your brokers in the coming weeks, I guess, for a member package that'll be coming to you, and we'll be sending out additional information through that member package. So again, thank you very much for attending today, taking time out of your business. I know that your time is money, and we really appreciate seeing you here, whether you're at the meetings in Saskatoon and Regina or joining remotely. So as we move forward into this in 2020, it's a very exciting time. Thank you so much.